This is a sad story about cancer. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I was paralyzed. Piss.
Beat me to the note that it's a cloud in my hallway. Beat me to the note that it's a cloud. So this happened back, I want to say end of December, 1st of January. I was in the middle of starting a company up. Anyways, I was at these people's homes talking to, I don't know, like a group of 10, 15 people. All of a sudden, I couldn't talk. So it just went
fatality.
I couldn't speak, I couldn't talk.
Fatality.
I just stood there like, what the heck?
Fatality.
I'm sorry guys, something's wrong with me, I don't know what.
Finish him.
Dude, what the heck's up with you, man? Are you retarded? Anyways, I think I made a face or something like saying I had to leave, and I just kind of like walked out of the house or stumbled out. And then as I was walking down the stairs of their home, I noticed that my right arm and my right leg felt weird.
You are a pussy.
Kind of numb, tingling.
You are a pussy.
Anyways, I chalked it up to stress.
You are a pussy.
I kept working. That's how I roll.
You are a pussy.
So I kept working. And then anyways, so a few days passed. All was fair. And then I woke up one morning and my arm felt kind of weird. It was tingly, kind of pokey type stuff. And I thought, that's weird. So I rolled over and asked my wife. I said, hey, was my arm or anything moving at night? She said, yeah, you were moving all night. I thought you were just trying to bother me or something, which totally wasn't the case. I had no idea that I was moving, so I'm thinking, what the heck is that? And so I get up. I roll out of bed. I try to roll out of bed. Anyways, I stand up and I notice that I can't stand.
Stand up, you pussy.
It's hard for me to stand, and there's drool or water coming out of the right side of my mouth.
Stand up, you pussy.
And I mean, I'm young. I haven't ever had any health problems, so it was freaking me out. Drool. I noticed my mouth drooling. I noticed that my arm isn't really working, and I also noticed that I can't even freaking walk.
Stand up, you pussy.
So it's kind of like if you've seen somebody that is paralyzed or can't walk or for whatever reason, it's kind of like jerky. That's how I was. So I couldn't even go to the bathroom to see what was going on with me. Immediately went to the emergency room and they let me in for signs of a seizure. They're saying, I met the seizure protocol, yada yada, and then they put me in a room. From there, they had me do a CAT scan, and it wasn't a neurosurgeon that did a CAT scan. It was just like a doctor, an ER doctor, okay? So no experience with brain stuff or anything like that. So he comes in. It's me and my wife and my parents sitting in there. And he says, hey guys, I just got to tell you this straight up. It's not good. I see several spots on your brain. This is not a good sign, dude. It could be cancer. So I immediately start breaking down. He said, I just needed to tell you that I'm here crying. But anyways, we're going to have the neurosurgeon look at it. About 10, 15 minutes later, the neurosurgeon walks in. He's like, hey man, I've seen this shit before. This is just a damn parasite, man. This is an infection from a parasite. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, you pussy. My friend has this crap.
My friend had one of them, and I just gave him some pills, and that took care of it. So you just relax. Thinking, okay. Okay, great, man. That's best news I've ever had in my entire life.
Congratulations, Mr. Compton. It looks like you don't have cancer. P.S. Doctors are frequently wrong.
Thinking my life is going to end shortly, 1 minute to the next minute, thinking, all right, I got the rest of my life. It's just an infection.
Congratulations, Mr. Compton. It looks like you don't have cancer. P.S. Doctors are frequently wrong.
So I went from being super, super sad, thinking the sky is falling, to super elated, all in a matter of just a couple of minutes.
Mr. Compton, what kind of an idiot are you? I told you doctors are usually wrong.
So huge up and down right there, crazy. And then the house doctor comes in. It's a doctor that I think they're called a diagnostician. They're in charge of solving the mystery, all right? So they're trying to like recreate my life, so to speak, and figure out where this infection came from. So as soon as I said, yeah, I used to live in Brazil, the lady's eyes, bing, bing, bing. Oh, that must be the answer. It must be, you must have got the parasite down there in Brazil frickin' 10 or 11 years ago. Yeah, right. Anyways, so they started honing in on Brazil. So their theory played out like this. James, you went to Brazil. You got an infection in Brazil. It was a parasite born from a mosquito. This parasite has a life of about 10 or 11 years, after which it starts dying. When it dies, all the eggs that it's laid inside your body die too. And they explode. This is what happened to you. You had this mosquito parasite in your brain, all over your body, and these eggs are starting to die. That's why you got the seizure. That's stupid. All right. I don't know a lot, but I know this. The longer that it takes to explain something, the more likely it's false. The more likely it's stupid, it doesn't make sense, which is exactly what they were trying to tell me. Oh, this mosquito, you got it in Brazil, and yada yada, and 10 years later, shut up. All right? I'm not a doctor, and you don't have to be. An idiot off the street can understand that that is bullcrap. Okay? It's bullcrap. So I want you guys to know, like, one of the first things that happens whenever you find out that you have cancer is you go into shock. You go into straight out shock. But at the same time, you know, if somebody's telling you, you got to pay attention to what somebody's telling you, all right, and take it in context. This bullshit story of a parasite being in my body from Brazil and living 10 years and all this, that's stupid. All right, this is not rocket science. All right, it's called a rule of freaking thumb, baby. I'm thinking that I don't have cancer because this neurosurgeon nerd told me it was a parasite. So a few weeks later, the neurosurgeon has just told me that I don't have cancer. The diagnostician, the house doctor, has pretty much confirmed that their whole theory is that I got this in Brazil. They give me some pills. I think it was like 5 or 6 days worth of pills for $10,000. And guess what? They wanted me to pay $10,000 in cash for this crap.
Mr. Compton, you are a poor cholo. So idiot. Shut your mouth and stop complaining. You have parasite.
Point of the story is they were trying to get me to pay $10,000 cash for 5 days worth of pills. No. So I take the 5 days worth of pills. And by the way, the cancer stuff left my head. Okay, I wasn't worried about it. So life continued on as normal. I was working 120 hours a week, just hustle bustle, 100 miles an hour everywhere, every day, all day. And then I go back in for my follow-up MRI. And I had taken the 5 days worth of pills. They gave me a huge headache. So I go into the MRI, do that, and I'm thinking this whole time, okay, what could happen here? Well, I figured this much out. If it was bad, I would be getting a call very quickly. Okay. So that day came and went. Next day, 8 o'clock, phone rings. Hello? Hi, Mr. Compton. We need you to come into our office today as soon as possible. We need to talk to you. Nothing else needed to be said. Everything that happened in that guy's office with my family around was nothing but shedding of tears, was everything that I imagined it to be and worse. Basically what he told me was that I have stage 4 brain cancer, glioblastoma. He kept saying GBM, and I was like, dude, I don't know what the hell GBM means, dude. What are you talking about? What is GBM? And then he explained it to me. GBM stands for glioblastoma. It is the deadliest form of brain cancer and the most common form of brain cancer, and it's terminal, which means there is no cure for it. But I'm always going to remember getting that call at 8 o'clock in the morning telling me to go into the office. I don't know why I'm even getting teared up about this right now. Here's the thing. I feel great. I'm doing great. My memory's great. My talking's good. Pretty much everything about me is fine right now. And so my life is continuing on as normal. And it's all good. I don't really have any negative side effects from chemotherapy or from the immunotherapy drugs or anything like that. And I think a lot of things with brain cancer and with cancer and tumors in general, things are starting to change really quickly in the medical field. If you watch TV, you'll see all these immunotherapy commercials coming out. If you haven't seen those, I would say watch more TV. Nivolumab. And pretty much the way it works is, say that you have, say that this is a tumor, right? These tumors essentially put out little spikes all around them. These spikes prevent your immune system coming in. You know, usually your immune system will attack something that it thinks is bad. So here comes the immune system. It sticks a little, the tumor sticks a little spike out. Your immune system gets over here and sees that spike. Oh, that's a good cell, or that's a good thing. We're gonna leave it alone, and it leaves. That's a tumor defense. So this the drug that I'm taking. All right, so the tumor puts its spike out. The medicine that I'm taking comes in. This is your immune system coming in. Tumor puts its spike out. The immune system now, because of the drugs, just ignores that spike and gets it. So it totally obliterates the tumor defense system, and it's your body. Okay, it's not chemo, it's not something poisonous, it's your own body killing cancer. So, you know, I don't know how long I'm gonna live, but I do know that I'm gonna fight, and I'm gonna fight this with everything I've got to the last freaking second.
Round 1. Fight!
3 kids, right? I gotta live for them. I'm not gonna be some pussy stoic rolling over. Oh, I'm gonna... No, that's not how I roll.
Only the hard and strong may call themselves Spartans. Only the hard. Only the strong.
I'm going to the very end with this. 100 miles an hour because that's just the way I roll, baby. Y'all take care.